Oh, hi Pillow. Wow, Pillow is early today. Okay. Hi guys. Sorry we took so long. We're trying out something new, so we are what do you call it? We are going live on Xiaohongshu as well, so it took a while. Hi SU. Is there someone new? I feel like I've never seen SU before. Hi Guppy46. Hi XS. Hi Eshal. Okay, I wait probably 1-2 more minutes. I'll give a new promo. As for the new programs that I've been telling you guys about. Then after that, we will um begin with the paper proper. Hi Meg. Hi Danish. Okay, but how's everyone's day going? How are you doing, Pillow? If you're still here. Hi Loverboy169. You got 29 out of 45 for your WA. Wow. Not WA. Non-weighted assessment. Yeah. So about the same. That's not bad. Yeah. So I'm trying to do the math in my head. That is not bad. Hi Toby Mas. Hi Ekans or Ekans. Okay. Oh yeah, but Pillow. Well, if you want to disclose, what's your level? Like, are you P5 or P6? Because if you are, this program is just right for you. Okay, we don't have much time today. Maybe I'll do another promo in between the slot. So, oh, P6. Okay. So basically what this program is, right? Let me move to this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's visible. So it's 10 online lessons, 1.5 hours each. It's Monday to Friday, 7:30 to 9 p.m. Okay? This is for both P5 and P6s, if there are any P5s watching right now. Okay, let me go more specifically to P6. The main difference between them is that the papers that you're going through is different. So for P5, it will be top school EOY papers, and for P6, it will be top school prelim papers, okay? And what you prepare for is, as you can tell, different because of the different levels, right? So over here, for P6, you will go through ACS Primary, Catholic High, Henry Park Methodist Girls, Nanhua Nanyang Raffles Girls, Rosyth, SGS, and Tao Nan. Okay, so what does this 10 lesson online revision program give you, right? You can gain exposure to real exam papers from top primary schools, frequently tested grammar rules, proven strategies for comprehension close and open-ended, step-by-step guidance for SNT, and the techniques that you need to avoid mistakes. Okay? So it'll be a Zoom session. You guys will be allowed to ask questions, obviously, right? And what happens is that after the lesson, right, you will get an annotated copy, a fully annotated copy of the paper so that you can self-study and you won't doubt yourself. You won't be like, oh, is this really the answer? Or like, I feel like this is the answer, but why is that so? So it helps you with self-study and revision also. So it's weekday classes, weeknight classes, yes. So weeknight classes, 7:30 to 9 p.m. And then there's a bundle perk. So for public, that means non-writers at work student, you guys get 10% off. And for current writers at work students, you guys get 30% off. Okay? And on top of all these fully annotated papers, which is the full 10 papers, you will receive fully annotated for the two most recent PSLE English paper 2, which is 2024 and 2023. Okay? This applies to the P5 courses as well, if there's any P5 students watching this. Okay? So if you want to find out more, you can WhatsApp the number at the top as always, or you can go to any of our websites to find out more. Okay? Okay, now moving on to... Oh, in the meantime, does anyone have any question? Or Pillow, do you have any question for this? Hi, Divya. Not being able to get on host Rin's live. Usually her lives are either earlier in the morning or earlier in the afternoons. Okay, but today she's not feeling well, so I'm the only one doing live sessions today. Not really. Okay, let me move to the paper then. Okay, so today will be, or rather today I'll be doing 2022 P5 Eoy ACS paper. Okay, so Pillow, do you want to choose a particular section? There's not much people in the live today. But yes, do you want to choose a particular section for me to go through? Hi, T. Jongster. If not, I'll just begin with grammar MCQ. Okay, so one. So blank the bad reviews. The band kept performing to sell out crowds. So is it with, due to, despite, or although? Maybe do grammar first. Okay, I mean, just nice, I guess. I'm starting on that. So, okay, SU says 3. Hi, SU. SU is like the new Pillow when it was chaotic, I guess. Like the studious one. Hi, Guppy. Welcome back. So you said 3. Despite the bad reviews, the band kept for performing to sell out crowds. So that's right. So bad reviews and sell out crowds, there's a contrast. Okay? Usually if something has a lot of bad review, I don't think anyone would like to go and visit or even buy that product. So yes, so we need a word that shows contrast. And over here, despite shows contrast. Hi, error44. Welcome to the live. Hi, user. Haven't seen you before. Hello. Welcome to the live. Okay, so with, due to, although. With doesn't show contrast. Due to shows reason. Okay? And remember, although always needs a clause after it. Okay? So over here, you say something like, although there were bad reviews. Hi, Error. You got a question? Okay, sure. Feel free to go ahead. Unless it's too invasive of my privacy, then you can keep it to yourself. Hi, Sophia. Haven't seen you before. Hello, welcome to the live. Although you say yeah. Oh, what is sellout? Oh, hi, Banana. Sorry, haven't seen all these comments. Hi, Banana. Welcome to the live. What is sellout? So the meaning of sellout is basically all the tickets were sold out. Like, it's quite literal. There's no other meaning to it. Okay, so if let's say this band or this singer, they are very popular, right? They always perform to sell out crowds. Okay. Okay, error 4. I'm still waiting for your question. Banana, it's not your first time here. Hi, UFPTZZ. Welcome. I've never seen you before. Question 2 is 4-1. Okay, 4-1. Anyone is singular or plural? Anyone is singular because you always ask, is anyone available? Or does anyone want to do this? Okay, so anyone is singular. Okay, SU2 is 3. Oh wow, okay, so it's everything but 2. Okay, so this kind of question mark, remember it's question tag. How do you do question tag? If the front is positive, the back will be negative, and vice versa. Okay, wow, Pillow changed to 2. You think spelling error? No, I don't think it's spelling error. Just like how I don't think it's your first time here. Okay, but as always, you're welcome. Okay, anyone is welcome to join. Yes, anyone is welcome to join. But usually you don't say anyone is welcome to join though. You would say everyone, not anyone. Okay, that sounds a bit weird. So over here, our main clause in front, what is it? Is it positive or negative? You see this word, never. So it's negative, okay? Then over here, hi Growtopia specs person. You're back. Oh yeah, you are back. What am I saying? Yes, hello. Okay, so over here, did he, didn't he, does he, doesn't he. So if it's negative, over here we should put a positive. We need a positive, okay? So what is positive here is either 1 or 3. Did is the wrong tense. There's a difference between do and did, right? Do is present tense, did is past. Over here, they never said anything about past tense. So we should use the present tense. So the answer is 3. Does he? Okay, where's the highlighter blue? I think that was from my previous session. But yes, so does he. Okay, moving on. You've heard enough. You're voting me to be our MP. Sorry, guys. I'm not interested in politics. But yes, I'm honored, I guess. Okay. Ashley felt beads of perspiration blank down his back due to the intense heat. So over here, common question, right? Like what I keep or what I've been going through with you guys. Over here, when you see verbs, the past tense of verbs, the next one, the blank, you always need to put the bare infinitive. Okay? So the bare infinitive is basically the base form of it, or rather the present tense of it. So you guys say 1, 4, 4. So no, the bare infinitive of it is just trickle. It's just the verb itself. Okay? So over here, the answer should be 1. So yes, Pilo, you're right. So I know, but actually, can actually be a boy name. Why not? I feel like I've seen that before. Yeah. Like, saw in shows before, so yeah. Okay, moving on. Question 4. If someone is injured in an accident, you blank call for an ambulance immediately, said the camp instructor. So look at how serious this is. Injured in an accident, calling an ambulance. So you guys say 1. I almost saw error fall for the car emoji as the ambulance. But 4, okay, so you say 4. Pillow, why do you keep giving multiple answers? Yes, I remember you, Growtopia specs person. For hi Shania, or Shania, welcome. I've never seen you before. But welcome to the live. Oh, hi EJ Pro man, welcome back, welcome back. Okay, so you guys say 4. You should call. Yes, correct. So over here, this is a very serious case, right? So you should use words that is strong advice or basically instructions, like you should do this, you should visit writers at work. Yeah, something like that. Okay? The rest are all not strong enough. Thanks for sharing the live user. That's for the other question. Oh, sorry. You should change the ambulance, but this is not your account. Oh. Oh, then is this like your alt account or your sibling's account or something? So over here it's serious, so you should give strong advice or instruction. Okay? Also, if there's more people now, welcome everyone to the live. So if there's anyone that is currently P5 or P6s, right, do let me know. There's a new interesting program that I can promote to you guys. Yeah, it's pretty useful, especially since P4 to P5, the jump is very huge. So you obviously need more practice. You can do through natural learning, but it will be slower rather than having guided and multiple practices to help you in your learning, help you with the steep learning curve. Okay, what's going on with the tablet again? Okay, question 5. So also hi to the people on Xiaohongshu if there's anyone watching. Is there? Oh, okay. Hello, 大家好. Okay. Moving on, question 5. Everyone except Caleb and Kane blank volunteered to help the teachers. So over here, your main subject is what? What is your main subject? Don't be fooled by the 2 commas here. Remember, the commas are always extra info, okay? Non-essential info, but they are helpful if you consider them. But will the meaning of your sentence change if you take it out? Not really. Yes, Caleb and Kin are distractions. So, as you did say 4 for this question, or is it for a previous question? Okay, you guys say 4. User says 4. So everyone, over here, everyone is singular. Remember just now, someone asked something, right? Like, if anyone is free, then I said everyone is free, okay? So everyone is singular. Everyone, anyone is singular. So you cannot use this. Cannot use have. Okay, so you guys say 2. Has. Yes, very good. Correct. Okay? So the rest are either singular or the wrong word form. Hi, Apple Pie. Hi, Easy. Welcome back. It's very noticeable for the cat profile picture. Hi, Musical Box. Okay, next. The compass shows north. I think we are heading blank the right direction, said the scout leader. So we are heading by, we are heading in, on, or up. So which preposition is the correct answer in this case? So this is more of like a common expression or a collocation, basically something that you hear often. Okay, everyone says to. Wow, that's a lot of twos. So yes, we are heading in the right direction. Okay, I think that's pretty simple. Everyone got it right. Okay, moving on. There's nothing much to say about that. So, okay, next one. Neither his brother nor his father blank at home at the moment. So neither nor, remember for S&T, neither nor is to join two negative ideas together. Okay? So neither nor, your subject is treated as singular. So it's at the moment. Is it talking about past? Not really, right? Oh, why is there a different oh, okay. I think the two is the previous one. So I got 1, 4, 2. Okay, but most people say 1. So correct, it should be is. Okay, singular. Plurals are out. And was is past tense, but the question didn't tell me anything about past tense. So that's not the answer in this case. Okay? Okay, question 8. Also, if you guys feel like this live helped you, do remember to like and share and give us a follow, okay? And also, what do you call it? If you feel like this helps you, there's a more in-depth one, which is the program I went through at the start, like for the promo. But your teacher came back today. Oh, as in your teacher that was sick, is it? Okay, so question 8. Having worked very hard to complete the project, Linda and Sally decided to treat themselves blank a buffet lunch. Vote me for president, guys. I'm not into politics, but honored. Okay, hi Zilich. So having worked very hard to complete the project, Linda and Sally decided to treat themselves the into, at, or for. This is also kind of like a collocation or common phrase. So Easy and Pillow says to. So treat themselves to a buffet lunch. Okay. Error, you also say to. Yes, you're right. Okay. So the correct phrasing is treat themselves to a buffet lunch. Okay, you treat yourself to something. Treat your friend to a dessert, not to a dessert. Yeah, but you get what I mean. Okay. I just don't like to a dessert. It sounds a bit weird. Can also use with. Treat themselves with. No, you can't treat yourself with a buffet lunch. With is only possible if you use with something else. Yeah, it's usually treat someone to something. Or if you're talking about a behavior, then you can say treated someone with a particular feeling, or maybe you treated him with kindness, graciousness, something like that. Okay, but not really food. Okay, hi joyful Lala. You? What do you mean you? Am I using ChatGPT? No, I'm not using ChatGPT. I'm just searching the definition of it. Okay, you guys say 1 for question 9. Okay, user, I see you. Okay, so my grandfather took my sister and I for a swim last week. Yeah, that's the one that I keep talking about, right? So all of you say 1. Joyful says 2. So who is right? Actually, Joyful is right. So it should be my grandfather took my sister and me for a swim last week. Yes, I know you guys might be thinking that it sounds weird, right? So there's 2 ways to do this. I versus me. The first tip is to know that I is okay, let's not write me. It's a bit confusing. So I versus me. So I is you do to you, and me is, or rather others do to you. Okay? Or you're looking at the wrong question. It's fine, it's fine. So that's one way to do it. The second way to do it, it's only applicable to MCQs or fill in the blanks, okay? But if it comes out in SNT, then you can't use the second tip. So it's good to just memorize both. So over here, the second tip is to split the subjects. You have another question? Okay, sure. Go ahead. So over here, you split it as my sister and blank. Okay, you don't take grandfather as one subject. The blank was always one subject. Then the other one is the other subject that's given in the question. So it'll be my grandfather took my sister for a swim last week. Obviously, it's right because it's not the question can't be wrong, right? It's not there's something wrong with the paper. So then the next one will be my grandfather took blank for a swim last week. So this is somebody do to you, and if you want to do by the fluency method, the one that sounds the most obvious or the most fluent would be me. My grandfather took me for a swim last week. Okay, so option 2 is right. Do I teach Mandarin? No. I can speak Mandarin, but I don't teach Mandarin. I mean, our this Writers at Work tuition only focuses on English. So yes. Okay, the surface of the lotus leaves remains dry as they are blank with wax. So is it cover, covers, covered, or covering? Okay, you guys say 3. Oh, user asks if it's 4. So is it covered or covering? So over here, if you read this, right, something is being done to the leaves. Okay, so when something is being done to the leaves, it means that we need passive voice because this is a passive sentence. Okay, so are what? What fits right is that it is are covered. Okay, cover is your base form. It doesn't match. Covers is present tense, but only for singular things. Remember, verb singular you add s. Noun singular you don't add s. Okay, covered, as I said, is passive voice. Covering is continuous form. Doesn't match with are, and we don't need it to be a continuous action. Okay, so yes, those that chose 3, you guys are right. Okay, a spelling error, but no, I don't think it's a spelling error. Okay, anyone want to choose the next section? If nobody chooses the next section, I will promote the P5 and P6 paper 2 program. Okay, I should do that, is it? Okay. Let me just go through this real quick. So, are there any P5s or P6s in the chat? Like, is any P5 or P6s watching this right now? Okay, for P5s, I know you guys just started and the learning curve is steep. So you don't really have the stamina to do such a longer paper, right? Poly year 2 can. That's a bit far-fetched. But currently we're targeting P5 and P6s, okay? Okay, so for P5 and P6s, essentially they are the same. The only difference is that P5 and P6s, you guys are going through different papers, okay? P5s, you guys will be going through top school paper 2 EOYs. P6 will be top school paper 2 prelim papers. Yes, okay, that's quite a mouthful. So for P6s, it will be oh, P5 here. Okay, I'll move to the P5 one then, since only the P5 replied. Okay, but I went through P6 just now, so yeah, as I said, the difference is the papers, okay? So, and a little difference between the schools, but they're still top schools, okay? So for P5, what's this for? Okay, it's a course that you can sign up for. It's entirely online. Hold on, I'll get to that. After promo can do vocab close. Okay, sure, I'll move to that later. Okay, so P5, what schools paper will be going through is Aitong, Catholic, Henry Park, CHIJ, ACS, Nanhua, Nanyang, PLMGS, Rosyth, and Tao Nan. Is this for free? Oh no, it's not for free. But okay, so what is this, right? This is 10 lessons online revision program. So as I said, P5, it's a huge learning curve or steep learning curve for P4s that move to P5 because of the stamina. And I think some of you have problems with the bigger words. So yes, so you can gain exposure by having real exam papers from top primary schools, frequently tested grammar rules, proven strategies for compre-close and open-ended. I know people struggle with compre-close especially. Step-by-step guidance for S&T, and critical exam techniques to avoid common mistakes. Okay? So the program schedule is 10 online lessons. It's only online, okay? 1.5 hours each, Monday to Friday, 7:30 to 9. So you guys can ask the teachers during the Zoom session, you can ask the questions that you want. So they'll be going through more in depth, not like what I'm doing with the paper. And other than that, you will get a fully annotated copy of the paper that you just went through. So if you want to do your self-study or revision after that, right, you don't have to doubt yourself like, oh, is what I copy right? Or, oh, I only wrote the answer. How do I know whether this correction or this answer is actually really correct? Like, what's the rule behind it? What's the reason? Okay, so that is a perk of it. So, okay, bundle perks. So if you enroll in all 10, for non-Writers at Work students, you guys can get 10% off. And Writers at Work students, you guys get 30% off. Okay? And on top of that 10 annotated papers, you will get 2 more annotated papers, and it's for the most recent PSLE paper 2. And it's for 2024 and 2023. Obviously, because it's the 2 most recent ones. Okay, so if you have any more questions, you can always go to our website or WhatsApp us to find out more. Okay, so let's go back to doing vocab close, which is basically compre close. Is that what you wanted, Pillow? SU, I'll do vocab as in vocab MCQ, is it? I can do that after this section. Hi, Hash Brown. Okay, let's do this then. So Singaporeans are consuming too much salt, and plans are in place to get people to cut their sodium intake by about 15% over the next 5 years. To do so, the Health Promotion Board will urge Singaporeans to blend their regular salt with lower sodium alternatives, which are considered healthier. To what with their regular salt? Yes, to what their regular salt with lower sodium alternatives. Hi, Cash. To lessen, not lessen. You don't lessen regular salt with lower sodium alternative. If anything, it just makes you eat more salt. Because to lessen means to add in that. And then you're just adding more salt in together. Switch, not switch. Hi, Ice Bear. I remember you. Reduce. No, not reduce. Look at this word, alternatives. What are alternatives? You think you did for your P5 or P4 Eoy? Maybe, possible. This is a 2022 ACS P5 Eoy paper, so. Replace, yes, replace. SU is right. Because alternatives means you have different options, so you replace it. It will work with retailers to make what substitutes more affordable. It will work with retailers to make what substitutes? Switch, replace. Hi, Nuggets for Darwin. Hi, Hakpan. Hi, Mr. Shemi. Salt. To make salt substitutes. Okay, yeah, somewhat there. Salt substitutes is specific, right? So what word would you use for specific? You wouldn't say a substitute, correct? Because a substitute is too generic. What word do you use to make it specific? Starts with T. It's a pretty simple word. Hi, Shop Sassy. Hi, Fill Up Issue. Fill Up Issue. Jason, you like that username? Fill Up Issue. Hi, Cookie Hihi. The makes it specific. Okay? So remember, the difference between and the is just that both can be singular. No, is strictly singular. The can be singular or plural depending how you want to use it. But the difference is that the is specific, is not. Okay? It's like saying, I got a bottle with me versus I got the bottle with me. there's a difference to it, right? Okay, next. The diet of Singaporeans has blank higher in salt over the years. Hi 11. So the diet of Singaporeans has what higher in salt over the years? Says over the years. Do you want to try pillow? Has what higher? Remember, it's not words like increase because it already has the word higher. So you just need to tell me what happens to it. More, higher? No. Higher already has the connotation or the idea of more, right? Hi, NEOSH. Hi, wonder. Wonder. So bad at this. It's okay, Barry. Just give it a try. If you need more hints, let me know. Not more, not included. Included higher in salt. If any, concluded sounds better, but no, it's not the right answer. So it should be become. Okay. Hi, Shireen. So the diet of Singaporeans has become higher in salt over the years. Okay. It's like saying, oh, you became taller over the years, over the many years that I haven't seen you. Something like that. Okay, the amount is well above the WHO, World Health Organization's recommended daily salt intake. What? Not more than 2,000 grams. So simple yet so difficult. Yeah. So I need to see what meaning of the sentence is not used yet. Okay. So because over here they already use words like higher, so I don't need words like more, increase, because it essentially means the same thing. It's the same logic as how you wouldn't put two past tense together, right? Okay, so recommended daily salt intake, what? Not more than 2,000 milligram or about 1 teaspoon. What preposition would you put in here? Pillow, do you want to try it? Separate. For daily salt intake for not more than 2,000 milligram. No. For is usually, I'm doing this for you. Or I'm eating this for health reasons. Something like that. Of, yes, of not more than 2,000 milligrams or about 1 teaspoon. Because I'm talking about this, okay? Studies have found that excessive sodium consumption results blank high blood pressure, which can lead to heart attacks and strokes. Hi, Viam. Hi, Lin. Hi, Jenny. Studies have found that excessive sodium consumption results in, yes, okay, I guess this is pretty simple. Everyone answered. Okay, so yes, in high blood pressure, which can lead to heart attacks and strokes. Okay, next. Blank these salt substitutes are about 10 times more expensive than regular salt. So over here, they keep telling you, oh, we should cut down our salt intake. We should go for lower sodium alternatives. But then these salt substitutes are now 10 times more expensive. Can put results too? Cannot, that's 2 words. However, yes, however is correct. Not hence, Pillow. Hence is always like a consequence. Okay, over here I need a contrast. That's why however. Like, yes, you're telling me that it's so good, but I can't afford it, so what's the point? Okay, so I need a contrast. Not hence error, but yeah, I just explained why. Hi, Tepo. Okay, so for a start, a blank affordable lower sodium salt product will go on sale at major supermarket chains from October. So for a start, a what affordable lower sodium salt product? Anyone want to try? Hi, Sassy Devon. Hi, Magda. More. For a start, a more affordable. Yes. Okay, so I'm comparing between this and the other products. Okay, basically you can see as 2 groups. Hi, Sophia. Hi, Papa. Oh, welcome back, Sophia. Okay, Singapore's latest war on salt follows its war on sugar, which aims to what Singaporeans? So look at the word choice here. Look at the word they use here, war. War is usually something that's very intense, right? That means it's going on for a very long time. So you wouldn't use words that have that are lower in intensity, okay? So what word would you try to put in 58? If you're thinking of encourage, you're on the right track, but you need higher intensity. Advocate, no. You can't advocate Singaporeans. You can advocate for something like um I advocate for what can I advocate for? Like to combat climate change, something like that. Okay, but you cannot advocate to reduce their sugar intake. Force, okay, force is somewhat there, but it's oh okay. So it starts with you. So it's the same meaning as force, not advice. Advice is too lower intensity pillow. But nice try. Hi Jocelyn. So over here, U what G E. Just put in one more letter, guys. Utilize. No, not utilize. Utilize is to make use of something. Yes, urge. So urge is a word that has strong enough not capacity, intensity. Yes. Hi Alfred, fall down. Yes, urge. Correct. Everyone's right. Okay. Does this feel like Wordle? Hi Victoria. Okay, next. So the authorities have introduced a Nutri-Grade rating for drinks ranging from A to D, with a D grade blank the unhealthiest. Thanks for the rose, Alfred. Okay, with D grade, what the unhealthiest? Oh, I remember someone commenting, obviously the unhealthiest. That sounded so pegro, but this is more like a formal paper or passage, I would say. Hi, Wayfinder Wonder. Being the unhealthiest. Yes, correct. Pretty simple. Thanks for liking the live SU. Okay, next. A recent local study found that a small reduction in sodium intake significantly what health, even for those with normal blood pressure. So a recent local study found that a small reduction in sodium intake significantly what health? So improves, yes. Not impact. Impact sounds more like a negative connotation. But over here, we're talking about something positive because we are reducing salt intake. It's good for your health. So yes, I accept improves, okay? So improves health, even for those with normal blood pressure. Sodium plays an essential what in regulating blood pressure, but only a small amount, about 500 milligram a day, is needed for vital functions. Hi, hi Teo until cell. Improve. Oh, that was for the previous one. An essential what? Plays what? Plays a what? Role. Yes, that's the common saying, right? Plays an important role. Plays a role. What role are you playing in the? Okay, let's not use play. What role are you playing in the movie? Something like that. Hi Rara. Hi Susan. Okay, moving on. Can we say factor? Plays an no. You cannot play an essential factor. If you want, you should say sodium is an essential factor in regulating blood pressure. Okay, but if you use this word play, cannot already. You need to use role. Okay, this is blank to just a quarter teaspoon of salt. This is what? 500 milligram teaspoon of salt. So they are saying, what are they trying to say? This is pretty mathy. It's a math word. Hi, happy tree friends. Oh, wow. Okay. Not the best username to have in this life. Equivalent. This is equivalent to. Yes, can. So if you want to use equivalent, or during the exam you blank out and you don't know how to spell equivalent, you want to use equal, it's also acceptable. HPB needs to get more supermarkets on board to what affordable lower sodium salts to food operators. To what? Hi Valerie. Hi Aslin. Hi Christian. Jason, is there anyone on Xiaohongshu? Do I have to say hi again? Oh, hello. 小红书的啊？乐妈在新加坡。哦，恩乐在新加坡。恩乐妈在新加坡。Hello， 你好。Okay. Adopt, sell. Adopt. To adopt, no. Not to sell. To get more supermarkets on board to sell. Yes, supermarkets sell products, but what do they first need to do in order to sell them? They need to give it as an option, right? So to offer, okay, so that you know it's an option. To offer affordable lower sodium salts to food operators. These operators can then blank to healthier alternatives in their cooking, eventually what consumers? Let's do 64 first. Hi Ferb. So these operators can then what to healthier alternatives in their cooking? Switch. Switch to. Okay, I can accept switch. Another phrasal verb, what to. Pretty simple word. T what. What. Hi ANJB. Hi everyone that joined the live. So either switch to or okay, the pen almost flew away. Or turn to. Okay. Hi Net. I don't think that's the net I know though. Transfer to no, you cannot transfer to. Transfer is you transfer something in this container to another thing, okay? Or transfer I'll transfer you to a different department. Basically moving from a place to another place. Hi Annie. Okay, so switch or turn to healthier alternatives in their cooking. Eventually what consumers? Hi Agu. Hi Feralicious, thanks for sharing. Eventually what consumers? This move is critical as excessive sodium consumption can eventually lead to the rupturing of blood vessels or formation of blood clots, resulting in a heart attack or stroke. Hi Tarofu. So eventually what consumers? Eating healthy, healthier alternatives. What will you do to consumers? Reaching. Benefits reaching consumers. Not really. Sounds a bit weird. So it should be benefiting consumers. This pro benefits you. This, yes, Chubun, you're right. Hello Chubun, never seen you before. Welcome to the live. Yes, benefit is correct. Okay, so eventually benefiting consumers. Okay, there's not much time. I'll do maybe 1 or 2 vocab MCQ. Then once again, if there are any P5 or P6s watching and you're interested in an online course to help brush up on your paper 2 skills, can let me know. Then I will go through that specific level. Okay? So whoever that answers first. Hi Mark. Okay, question 11. The student librarians have sorted the storybooks blank so that it is easy for users to find their books. So is it tentatively, intensively, exhaustively, or systematically? I think this answer is pretty straightforward. Hi Pinata and Purse. Hi Net. I feel like I've seen this Net before. Have you joined before? Or am I... Oh, he joined before. Okay. Moderator Jason is agreeing. Okay, so it's 4. Systematically, yes. Correct. Pretty straightforward, right? Systematically means to do something in order, in an organized way. Okay? And obviously doing that will help people find their books easily. Tentatively means unsure or hesitant. Intensively means with great effort, but doesn't really tell me whether it's in order or not. Exhaustively just means to be thorough. Okay, but also doesn't talk about being organized. Okay, hi Jordan. Next, question 12. After taking the medicine, Dorothy's fever slowly blank. Is it dropped, subsided, decreased, or diminished? After taking the medicine, Dorothy's fever slowly, let's say, subsided. That's putting so much effort, guys. He's literally typing the answer out and not just the number. But yes, grateful for those that are even answering with numbers. Okay. Hi, non-born Airy. Yeah, so 2, subsided. That is correct. Okay. You don't please don't confuse this word with subsidy, okay? Or subsidized. That's different. Okay, so subsided means to gradually become less intense or go away. Hi, hello. Drop is too casual for a medical context because over here we're talking about medicine and fever. Okay, decrease in possible if you want to be specific about the Celsius, like what's the temperature like. So not applicable here. Diminish, it's more formal and less commonly used for fever. You don't really hear people saying, oh, Dorothy's fever slowly diminished. That's a bit weird, right? Okay, next. Hi, CT. Okay, George glared at his blank across the net after he was hit in the face by the volleyball. Is it critics, fiends, devotees, or opponents? Hello, Iguana. Welcome, welcome. I was wondering where you were today. Actually, no. Sorry, I lied. I mean, we started late today because we were trying out a new. You joined too late? Yeah, it's ending in a while. But no worries. At least you're here now. Okay, so next one also, it's pretty simple. You guys say opponents. I had error 404 switch to spelling the whole answer out after I complimented Net. But yes, thank you. Yes, I see you error 404. Components, because it's a sport, okay? Critics are people that judge or comment, but you're not fighting against them. At most, they are the ones that are watching and saying, oh, that player did not do this correctly. Okay, fiends are evil people and it's too strong. They are just normal people. They are just your opponent in the match. They did not do anything evil, okay? Devotees are fans or followers, and opponents are people competing against you in the sport. Compliment you too. Okay, I just did just now, error 44. Okay. Sorry, Iguana. Okay. Are there any P5s or P6s? There's not much time left, so I won't be going through any more questions. I'll going through this new course, the one that I keep telling you guys about. Hi, Zach NG. Long time no see. Okay, I just take it. Okay, I'll go through P6 instead because I went through P5 just now. Okay. P5. No, this is P5. P6. I bully you. Okay, to be fair, you can say it this time, Iguana. I won't stop you. Okay, hi Jazzy. So we got this new programs for P5s and P6s. P5s mainly because the learning curve is quite steep when you jump from P4 to P5, especially the stamina that you need to do the paper. And P6, as you can tell, it's PSLE. Okay, yes, Iguana. Okay, so P5, P6, what are the difference? They're held completely different, by the way. Just that the main difference are the papers that you'll be going through, and there are slight difference between the schools, but fret not, they're all top schools, okay? So for P6s, you guys will be doing top school prelim papers. P5s, you guys will be doing top school EOY papers, okay? My hair grew. Obviously, if my hair isn't growing, that's I don't know what's going on. Okay, so for P6s, you guys are going through these few schools. I won't be repeating again. I repeated quite a few times today. Okay, but EOY is end of year paper. Okay, basically your SA2. Okay, but I'll tell you guys about this, but this is the crucial part. So it's a 10-lesson online revision program. So you get exposure to real exam papers from top primary schools, frequently tested grammar rules, proven strategies for comprehension close, step-by-step guidance for S&T, and critical exam techniques to avoid common mistakes. Okay, so basically the teacher would be like going through on Zoom. You're allowed to ask questions. It will be something like what I'm doing during live, but definitely more in depth. So if you need help brushing up on skills, need more practice, you can sign up for this course. Okay. Other than that, it will be very useful for you guys because you will get the fully annotated paper of the papers that went through, or the papers that the teachers are going to go through in this class. Okay, so when you do self-study or revision, you won't doubt yourself. You will know why this answer is correct. Now, what's the reasoning behind it? Okay. Okay, so on top of, okay, let's not go there first. So it's 10 lessons, each 1.5 hours each. It's Monday to Friday, 7:30 to 9 p.m. And there are bundle perks, okay? So if you sign up all 10 lessons at one go, you save 10% off for non-writers at work students and 30% off for writers at work students. On top of all the annotated papers, you will get 2 extra annotated paper, fully annotated. And the papers would be the two most recent PSL in English paper 2. So it will be 2024 and 2023. So this also applies to the P5 course, okay, for those that are wondering. Okay, if my last sentence or last few sentence, I guess. If you want to find out more or register, you can go out to our website, or if you're not sure how to navigate yourself there, you can always WhatsApp us, okay? Pretty sure the number is always very big at the top of your screen, or rather above the Zoom screen. Okay, but that will be all for the live today. Thanks everyone for those that commented, like, share, and the person that gifted, okay? If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And that will be all for today. Okay, bye guys. 哦，拜拜小红薯，再见。今天就到此为止吧。